Ignatius talks about setting the world on fire. And for me, what I'm most excited about is to let other people know about this God who loves us so much and who so much wants to be a part of our lives in a unique way. It's a great gift for me to be able to know and to journey with this amazing God, and then to be able to share and to help others encounter this God along the way.
When I began to think about entering the Jesuits, it was a calling for me to be able to articulate faith, to be able to understand the world, to be able to be open-minded.
I feel I have a calling within a calling to go after the lost, and to go after the lost sheep, to reach people that other people aren't able to reach, and to work with people who are not church-going Christians. I want to go out and bring the church to them.
So the society is very shrewd, I think, at that. They test us in different places, because this is the reality. When you go out there as a priest, as a brother, as a religious, you're not going to be able to choose who you minister to. And I do feel that society has well equipped me to minister to a wide range of the population. And I'm very grateful for that.
I really look forward to going forth into the world in a new way, as a Jesuit, as a man formed in relationship to Christ. But I really sense that Christ is asking me to do something more.
There's obviously a lot of desires that Ignatius talks about that we can have in life, and it's trying to sift through which desire is the more, which is the magis.
In the terms of magis, the more, the deeper, the fuller, the richer, Jesus wants me to use my gifts and talents in a way that's broader than I ever expected. And I think my priesthood is a calling to deepen my relationship with Christ and to help other people do it in a way that I had never considered before I became a Jesuit.
Because when you go to the frontiers, it's risky and it can be a little scary, but that's what we're trained to do. And we have the spirituality that can sustain us in that kind of environment.
Paying attention is key to just seeing what's happening in your heart, what are your gifts and talents, and to imagine yourself being in the role of a priest, doing what it is that you already do.
And I did that in my gang ministry, where I would be out, on the streets late at night at gang meetings and gang parties, and reaching out to gang members who would never come to the programs that we were trying to set up at the church. So I went out to bring them in.
My first vocation was to the Society of Jesus, to be a Jesuit. But in my 11 years of formation, I've really come to a sense of this is who Christ was. He went into the world and broke open people's lives so that they could meet God. And so my hope is that we will find ways to do that, and we will remain open to the many ways that Jesus wants to do that in our lives.
I almost feel like a coach who is kind of firing up his team about, hey, this is what it's all about, and this is who we are, and this is what we believe in, and this is something that we all have a chance to be a part of.
It's something that we pass on to our students as well, so it's something that we receive, but it's also something that we hopefully can give. Never stop learning, never stop being surprised.
And people have said to me, oh my God, how long have you been in formation? And I would often say, it's the journey, not the destination. It sounds kind of trite, but I really do believe that. The journey has been wonderful, and it was not just to be a priest. Each of us brings our own gifts. There's no cookie cutter mold of a Jesuit, and that's actually something I'm proud of. We run the gamut from all types of talents, desires, and abilities.
So my hope is that I can remain strong enough to do it in the way that Christ asks. But I know that I won't always be that way. And so I pray for people to support me and to care for me and to challenge me, but also to remind me of who Christ is in my life and what Christ is asking me to do, so that we can, in a way, follow in the footsteps of Ignatius and set the world on fire.
And what excites me also is the fact that I could go anywhere in the world. And most people my age, their options are narrowing, and my options are expanding.